But there is one more thing. If you hustle right in your starting of your career, or like starting 10 years of your career, your journey, the rest 30 would become little easy.
So for somebody who's just starting out with their career, how can they, begin with it?
See, first they need to understand in which industry they want to go in, and
Mhm.
what are the technologies which are in these
Currently
on those
working there.
particular sector. Yeah. So accordingly, they need to search it out for like, see, nobody is going to tell you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there are some people, there are some platforms which can guide you, help you.
Hello and welcome to a brand new podcast of Skilled Sapiens. Today we are here with Chetan Chavan, and he's somebody who is a mechanical engineer who went an extra mile with MBA, combining the technical know-how with business strategies. Let's hear the story from the man of the hour himself. Hi Chetan, welcome to the podcast. Please tell us something about yourself.
Thanks, Asta. Thanks for inviting me on your channel. And so my name is Chetan, as you have already told our audiences. So I'm from Bhopal, Asta. I did my engineering from Bhopal itself, from IS College of Technology. I got placement in Ceasefire Industries. I worked for quite a few months there. Then I started to work on my little project, which is startup, and but it didn't work out. So I started preparing for my MBA simultaneously. Then I got into Bharatiya Vidyapeeth, IIMD Pune, and currently I'm working in Tech Mahindra as a bid manager, pre-sales bid manager,
Okay.
right? And yeah, you can ask me questions regarding my job, work, anything you like.
Of
Feel free.
course. So let's start by understanding your experience of the transition from the
Mhm.
technical world of BTech to, you said that you mentioned that you have pursued MBA. So how was the
Mhm.
transition for you?
See, transition, as you can say, it is all based on the interest. For one, it could be a very difficult job. For another, it could be a piece of cake. But for me, if you say, it was all about interest, right from my fourth year of engineering, I did a project in my engineering days in last year. So I built a team. Then I started to look out for my interest and where my interest lies, right? Then I got to know that my interest majorly lies not on the total technical side, but on the management side, right? And in the similar way, I got the placement also through in engineering, which was in service and sales. Uh, so right from, if you talk about transition from core, I was a mechanical engineer. So from hardcore mechanical engineer to some for to MBA, that too in finance and operations. Uh, I would say it was a transition where I got to learn thing a lot. Like I learned a lot of things, right? So in engineering, it is all about technical knowledge,
Yeah.
and in MBA, it is all about strategy, finances, accounting on the business perspective. So it is all about your interest.
So you did have certain corporate experience under your belt. Then what
Yeah.
made you decide to do and go for an MBA?
When I was doing this job in Ceasefire, I realized two things. One, first was, okay, this is the area which I really don't want to be in, which is upfront sales
Okay.
part. Second thing is, I wanted to be in a management role. And to get a better opportunities, I had no other option than to do MBA. For me, like for everybody, it works in a different way. But for me, MBA was an option where, I can explore the opportunities. So this is how I went from like there to MBA.
So what were the particular skills that you learned in MBA while you were, you met a lot of, you might have met a lot of people with diverse skill sets, people from all walks of life. So what was different for you? I mean, MBA is pursued by a lot of people. How did it change your experience?
So MBA was for me all about polishing my skills, Astha. If you see, MBA works differently for every different individual. It will
Yeah.
not work same for me and for you. For me, it was more like I wanted to polish my skills on the communication part, on the strategy part, on the management side. How does finance work? So I got to meet and I got to learn through a lot of case studies and I got to meet a lot of people in MBA. I collaborated with a lot of people in my this 2 year journey in MBA. So how to analyze things and how to build a solution around it. This is what I got to learn in MBA. Yeah, and then the engineering part, it was I told you it was all technical side.
Yeah.
So you learn about collaborations, you learn a lot on the communication part, which is most of us do MBA, right? And still I'm in the process, you can say. I'm a half-baked product right now, but I'm still in the learning
Mhm.
phase as we all are.
Of course. There's always room for improvement. That's correct.
Sure.
Okay. So you mentioned that you're working with Tech Mahindra right now.
Mm.
So how long have you been with the company, and what is your role there? What is your contribution to the company?
So I will complete my first year in the coming month.
Okay.
In July I will complete my 1 year with Tech Mahindra, right? And I work as a pre-sales bid manager, Asta, in Tech Mahindra. And uh, if I want to get you an idea, what is a pre-sales all about? So
Yeah.
pre-sales is basically like in the word itself, it is a pre-sales. So whatever happens before the
Before the
sales, all
sales.
those process, yeah, all what are things happen before the sales is the pre-sales. And pre-sales is a very important role in IT companies, right? So
Okay.
you work with sales people, you work with technical people, and you work with delivery. So this is what pre-sales are. I will give you an idea. Have you seen an orchestra, the Hollywood style orchestra?
Yeah.
Like there are number of people who are sitting with different musical
Instruments.
instrument, and
Right. Right.
yeah, and there is there is a one person in the middle who is just
Was doing this
waving
thing
his hand.
and
Yeah, who's just waving his hand. So I am that person,
haha,
and
okay.
all those people who are having instrument are the stakeholder. Could be from inside the company, could be a client partner, could be a person from sales, could be a solution architect, could be a delivery person. So I need to coordinate with all those and
Oh,
to bring up a solution. This is my role.
that was a perfect metaphor that you used. I think it was really interesting. So, I mean, working with a brand like Tech Mahindra is no small feat, right? So, can you share some of the key factors that you believe contributed to your success in the interview process when you sat for it? And what advice would you give to the audience?
Very good question, Asta. Um, Take your internships very seriously. That's my piece of advice. Very seriously. See, why I'm saying this thing, all the things you will learn inside a classroom that you will showcase in your CVs and in the what do we call this interview process.
Yeah.
But what you will learn in the
Whole
internships is
process.
your own thing which you will do. So for me, I took internship seriously. I did quite a good projects. And see, whenever if you're going, see, I'm taking your question in a very in a peculiar in a interview format, like what happens in an interview, because this is what an audience will also be interested in, I guess. So in interview, the interview should be in your way, not in the others' way, right? So what I did is, with all my experiences and what I did in my project, I managed to showcase that thing in every interview. There were 4 interviews, and I made sure that they should know about what project I did. So then what happens is, after telling about your experience, they are more interested in your thing, your experiences, your project, rather than asking questions from their textbook questions. So it would be easy for any candidate, to crack the interview, and it worked very well for me. I got nervous. I got nervous in one of the interviews. I gave 2 answers wrong, but take a deep breath and help yourself. No, there is no one going to help you. and it would be fine.
Correct. So I think they are majorly interested in what do you bring to the table, right?
Correct, 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 correct. So
Yeah.
again, take your internships very seriously. Do great work, do some great projects, and show it. It's all about storytelling.
Yeah. Perfect. So you uh, laid some importance on CV and resume and projects as well. So can you suggest any method or any kind of platform where people can find you know, good life projects and like projects related to their own domain?
See, when you are in MBA, there are obviously there are internshala and all those platforms. If you ask me, where you can get internships, right? If I get your question right, you wanted
Yeah, yeah.
to ask. Yeah. So there are readily available lot of websites where you can find opportunities. But what I would suggest is two things. I have 2 points to make. First is your LinkedIn. You can reach out to people in different industry, different HRs. You can reach out to him. You have to message hundreds of people. You will get responses maybe from 5 or 10, but you need only one internship, right? You need only one internship. You need only one call, right? Oh, you can do multiple internship, but right now at a time you will be doing only one.
Of
So that's
course.
all you. Second thing is MBA is all about finding your connects, making your connects, collaboration. So there is a word called jugaad, and in MBA it should be like as early as you can learn to have a jugaad, you will find yourself an opportunity. So make your
Okay.
connects.
I think networking is the most crucial
Correct,
part of MBA, right?
correct.
So, how have you been able to leverage your combined technical skills and business expertise that you learned in your MBA in your current job role? As you can also share an example if you have confronted any situation where you thought that, oh, I mean, both of these skills have been of utmost importance to you in that particular situation.
See, I come from a technical background, so and this is all a management role, right? And it is a
Yeah,
technical management role which I am in right now. So, uh, first is what you get as an customer need, customer requirement. You should understand that thing. And for us, it is usually a technical requirement which customer, right?
okay,
So to get customer requirement is very important. Second is how my engineering and mechanical are collaborating with each other. I will tell you like strategic. One is the side of technicality, and other is the side of business.
correct.
So I will give you an example. I will not articulate things. You can like our audience are very smart enough. They can search on internet. What I will give is I will give you an example.
Yeah,
Suppose
live.
you are an artist. So suppose you are an interior designer, if let's say, right? And a customer wants me to design his interior, all those interior. So if I see all the walls, blank walls, and I'm able to get the customer requirement right. So with my technical knowledge, I will be able to draft it very neatly on a piece of paper, then on the my laptop on the screens, to
Correct.
make the designs. With my business acumen knowledge, I will be able to find the right areas where I can make money, right? So this is what a technical and a business acumen will work together.
Okay, perfect.
I hope this answers your question.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. So, what has been one of the most challenging moments while your internship, or since you have been in this job, what is the one of the most challenging situations that you faced, and how can one avoid it
Okay.
if one can?
Huh. See, there would be ups and downs left and right in way, right? So you need to ask yourself, like you have to ask yourself question why I am going on this path, and you have to be very clear with your answer,
Yeah,
right? Challenging situation for me was I was from mechanical background and this is an IT company. How I will be able to comprehend the coding part and all those things. still there. The fear is still there. But what I have learned is learning never stops. I'm I am doing some certification. I have to learn certain things, technical things in the IT field, so that I could be a technical sound person.
Mm-hmm.
So challenges will come up to you, but it is up to you how you have to handle. It's not like what do we call? It's a cakewalk for everyone,
Yeah,
right? And you need to bake in, and you will be baked, you will be grilled. So be prepared for it, and the dish will come out very good, I guess.
of course. I like the way you use so many metaphors. I think it will make our audience very interested, and it is making things very clearer to me as well for a layperson.
Mhm.
So thank you for
That's why I'm
that.
not getting into very technical. See, I've used financial terms and technical terms. It would be they can find it easily on the net. They can just
Yeah,
type it. But to get into to make you understand, or an audience make them understand, it is like I should be able to comprehend things into a smaller package and give it to you.
correct. So, in your last answer, you mentioned about that you're also pursuing certain certifications. So, can you tell us what are those, and how do you find the perfect fit for yourself? Like, there are multiple options for certifications, right? But how do you choose that this is the one that I need to do at this hour in time?
See, it is all about need actually. Right now, I'm working on cloud and AI. So my
Mm-hmm.
main focus would be what kind of work I'm getting. That's the first question. I'm more of a getting right now cloud and AI work, right? Based on cloud, the solution are
Okay.
revolving around the cloud.
Okay.
So I will be doing Azure, GCP, Google Cloud, this kind of certification. So as to it will help me out first, and the one thing which is very important is do certification, not courses, right?
Hmm.
If you
What is the
don't think,
difference
then you will
between those?
see certification. The course is basically you did something and you say yes, I have done this thing, that's it. In
Mm-hmm.
certification, you read it, then you give an exam, and then finally you have a certificate, right?
Okay.
So and that certificate is from not someone from like any ABC platform. It should come from very reliable sources,
Reputed.
right? Reputed sources. So you have to do some certifications in order to be technically sound. And since this is all about, see, in whichever industry you go, be it marketing, be it manufacturing, be it in bio field, tech is evolving. Tech, it is all the things are now tech enabled. So you
Yeah.
have to be a technical person. So you have to do some certifications to get certain kind of knowledge. And just an overview would do for you right now, but you have to start from somewhere.
Correct. So I think a lot of people have this fear from technology that, AI and all these buzzwords, people do shy away from these things. So for a
Correct.
beginner,
Yeah.
for a beginner, where can a person start from? For a person who does not have a technical or a mechanical background. But since you
Mhm.
yourself mentioned that everywhere, even in biotechnological field, there is, you have to have those knowledge. So for somebody who's just starting out with their career, how can they, begin with it?
See, first they need to understand in which industry they want to go in, and
Mhm.
what are the technologies which are
Currently
on those
working there.
particular sector. Yeah. So accordingly, they need to search it out for like, see, nobody is going to tell you. Yeah,
Yeah,
but there are some people, there are some platforms which can guide you, help you, but you need to understand what is the requirement. Again, comes down to what is the need of the hour. So you can start from very basic, something very basic. Don't be, you don't start from level 10. Start
yeah,
from 11.01. Start if someone is, as a me as a mechanical engineer, wants to learn coding, for example, he should not go very deep into like very deep into coding. First he should start very basic, Start learning from Python, I would say. And there are you should also learn the tools such as Power BI, and these kind of tools you should learn. Learn Excel. It is very important.
Mhm. Yeah.
Excel is the basic. Excel is a basic thing. If someone would say, "Are Excel? Why is saying Excel?" But Excel is very basic thing one you should know. And Power
Okay.
BI would say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, even I have heard of it, and a lot of people do suggest. I mean, I think when you mentioned about that nobody is going to tell you about it, that is where I think networking can be leveraged. That you can
Correct.
talk to people who are around you, who have done that thing and have been there in that position. So, like I have the like opportunity to connect with you and all the audiences. We have you right here, and so I think you correctly mentioned. And also about the certifications, I would like to go back to what you said previously, that you just don't have to do courses and get done with it. That you just have, a proof of it that yes, I have pursued this skill. You actually should
Correct.
have done it in a particular way that you can do operations and use it, right?
And nowadays, you don't have to be a technical person to be a project manager. There are some business analysts. There are many profiles right now which one can pursue, right? Without having a very solid technical knowledge. They want more of a management knowledge plus technical. It should be technically sound. So you can pursue some of the courses for project management, for business analysts. There are some tools which one should has to learn. It's basic coding skills. You can learn SQL. You can learn Python. So these will help out to get you some of the opportunities on
Yeah.
in various companies.
I think that's the beauty of it.
Correct.
So, how important is work-life balance to you and in corporate world while where you're working? Sometimes it can feel like an unattainable ideal. So how do you work out with?
See, I would tell you it could be a very heartbreaking thing for you, but once you get your IDs and a laptop from a company, you are booked 24 into 7. That's the harsh reality. Okay. So there is no, but there is one more thing. If you hustle right in your starting of your career for like starting 10 years of your career, your journey, the rest 30 would become little easy.
Does it get easier though?
Yeah, it get easy as in like you have done some you have hustled a lot. I mean, you have learned a lot. That would help you to be at ease in the later part of your career, rather being struggling in the later part of your career. Learn technologies now. It is always evolving, but you will get your basics right. So getting a work-life balance is a question, is a very question where everybody will fall into a pit. They might give a very funny or very superficial answer, but I would say that see, work-life balance is right now. Don't think that I want those Saturdays, Sundays off. You
Since we are
use that
recording this
Saturday,
on a Sunday.
Sunday. Ha, use that Saturday, Sunday in learning. Yes, do party, do spend your money, which you will be earning anyways. But you need to, this is the need of the hour. You need to learn do some certifications, do whatever make you upskilled. So when you will be working on the Saturday, Sunday itself. But it
Correct.
doesn't
On
mean
yourself.
that working whole day. Uh, there is there is no answer for me, honestly, for a work-life balance.
Okay. Well, that was actually heart-shattering, but truth is truth. So, but whenever you get time, whenever you are, have enough time on your plate, what do you love doing? How do you spend your time that?
Okay, I try to play cricket every now and then. Whenever usually I get done by 9 p.m. So around 10 to 12 at night, I play cricket. My day start little at around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
See, it all depends on your job profile.
Yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
me, the kind of profile do I have, so I need to have a calls in from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. My calls are there. Other than that, I love to watch movies and yeah, basic stuff.
Okay. So, would you like to share some parting pearls of wisdom to our dedicated audience?
Oh my God. This is a question where I can give all my gyan to our audiences. Thanks Asta for asking me this question. Okay, so my piece of advices I would say would be stay curious, be agile. Tech is evolving. Everything is now tech enabled. So you have to learn some basic stuff. You cannot shy away from it. Uh, Embrace collaboration, especially in MBA. Make connection, not groups in MBA. To all the students who are right there in their colleges, don't make groups. It is a time for you to know for a person whose roll number is 1 to who is on the roll number 200. You should know him. So this is time for you to collaborate. See, this will help you in the longer run. After 10 years, when you want to switch your jobs, you will need connections, right? So understand the need of the industry, of the customer. Get it right. And since you guys are in college, always ask these three questions to yourself. How much do you want? How much do you need? And how much do you deserve? If you ask these questions to yourself, you will get an idea where you are standing right now. Because for all these three questions, the answer would be different.
Correct.
And if you think you deserve the quantity, the amount which you wanted, so go for it. But if you don't think like we are lagging somewhere, upskill yourself. And success will come to you. Just be positive. For some, it would come for a little early. For some of us, it would come a little, you know, late. Be resilient. Be positive. Success will come. And yeah, pretty much that I would sum up right there.
Well, thank you so much for that. I think that was really intriguing, and that is going to serve as a food of thought for a lot of people and me as well.
Uh,
So,
in the last, I would like to say that we are all going up in the mountain. I would, as I said in the earlier point, success will come up to you, but we will be able to see the beautiful scenic view for us at the end. So be
yeah.
positive. You will get there. Just be confident enough. Be a very hardworking and smart worker. Not just be a smart worker. You will enjoy the peak from the peak, the very beautiful scenic view.
And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So,
Correct, correct.
on that note, I would really like to thank you. It was a delightful experience to have this conversation with you, and we are glad that we had you on the podcast. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
Chetan.
Asta. Thanks.